big welcome.
By show of hands, how many of you have had bad teachers, influential teachers who were bad? Of course, there are some good teachers, like Ken we just saw Ken. It's fascinating. But there have been some bad teachers, right? When I was in my 3rd grade, I was this dreamy, sort of dazed guy looking around. And I hear this voice of my teacher, Mrs. Savitri, yelling at me, "Dushyanth, do your work, don't look outside, do your work." But all that I could hear was that a small melodious symphony around me playing in my ears. After all, she was this beautiful woman, dressed in wonderful saris and wearing those beautiful necklaces. I started having a crush on her. Don't you guys have you had crush on your teachers ever? That was how it was. That was an interesting phase, and it went on like that. A few years later, when I was in my 8th grade, we were all waiting for this new teacher who would join. Her name was Purna. She was this short, chubby, and but she had such a melodious, mellifluous voice that even when she would do her roll call or an attendance register, she would be like, "Dushyanth Kumar," as though it was like singing a song. So beautiful, very likable, and that sort of thing was so endearing. But out of nowhere, in one of those early days, she just was like, "Dushyanth, come down here." I'm like, "What? Are you really calling me?" Okay. So I just walked down. So she is like, gives me a chalk piece and says, "Why don't you prove this geometric theorem?" She was teaching math. And I'm like, "Oh, she's asking me to prove it. Can I do it?" I'm a little confused. You know how it feels, scratching your head and like a little iffy, you're on the spot. So I'm like, okay, just to take the chalk, start writing in the blackboard theorem. And all suddenly sort of magically flew. And yes, hence proof. And I'm done. I show the chalk, give the chalk piece to my teacher. There's just like a nanosecond of silence, and then there's this huge applause when she congratulates me, and the whole class joins in the big applause, just like how we do here in Toastmasters. And that sort of thing gave me the encouragement, and that sort of fueled my mathematics interests. And if I'm an engineer now today, standing before you, I should be thankful to those teachers. I had another English teacher who used to be very strict. We used to nickname her Lady Hitler when she used to enter the class. Her name was Beena, tall, lanky, thin. Most of the time in our class, we were outstanding students where we just used to go out, not able to pay attention, invariably sent out or kneeling down outside. But what happened was, there was something that she noticed in me about my poetry skills, especially with the way I would write poems. I had this nature of rhyming stuff at the end, something like ends in, if a sentence ends in inspiration, then my next line would be like perspiration or something like that. Of course, it did not make sense all the time, but it was okay. But I was like encouraged in that. And guess where I found this really useful? As some of you might have listened to one of my prior speeches, when I went and stole the girl of my dreams, I wrote out one of my initial poems like, "I write your name in the snow, the sun melts it away. I write your name in the sand, the water waves it away. I write your name in the air, the wind blows it away. I write your name in my heart, that's where I etched it to stay." And stuff like that. But it's like, in a way, she kind of got the romantic in me. few years later, I'm in my 12th grade, which is high school, and just like you guys know about taking your SATs and competitive entrance exams, in India we have this JEE joint entrance exam to get into technological premier institutes. And in preparation for those examinations, we had these coaching centers. We had this maths, physics, and chemistry, because these exams have very tough problems. And for the physics coaching class, I had a professor by the name Mr. Balsu. He had this aura about him, this genius aura. I can solve any complicated problem. He used to make solving absolutely tough problems look so easy. But I don't know if Ken would agree, but he was this kind of a teacher who used to love and relish setting impossibly tough questions in his examinations and enjoy students suffering.
No.
So what happened was, this was one of the days and we were just waiting for our results, taking up one of his tests. He enters the classroom slowly. He's like, Visesh in Sanskrit means auspicious. We're off to an auspicious start. Visesh, you have got 0 out of 50. And he made it so obvious. He had sorted all the papers in the order of marks. And it all started, he started pronouncing numbers, 0, 1, all single digits. We were like feeling better and better because we knew if we did struck double digits, we did an awesome job. And that's how it was. But then that sort of strict way of dealing with it helped me in a way, got my focus on physics. In my college, many teachers have helped me, encouraged me with my seminars and presentations. And even recently, an incident that I want to share with you is me and my wife were on an airplane to Washington, D.C. and we're surrounded by a whole bunch of tweens, or teens as you may call. There's like a few of them, a few girls like talking. I like Nicki Minaj, but I'm more of a girl. And then there's a couple other girls like who are chatting. I've been texting him, he's like so frustrating, he's like so annoying, he's not been replying, like 100 likes you could get. And then look around and just in front of me there are like a couple of guys, pretty big guys. I've been asking my dad for my iPad, hardly gets me, so strict, doesn't act, I want me to see the internet. And it's like, what is going on? And we had to leave the aircraft and switch for some reason. We did that. And what happened was, once we went out, you could see them still, despite all of this, 3 teachers who were controlling them and organizing them in the file, beautifully managing it. It's like me and my wife looking at each other, we're talking. To manage or think about managing one kid itself is such a big job. How on earth are these guys doing? So all I'm saying is these are, in many ways, teachers are responsible for making us who we are and are our real heroes. In Sanskrit as it goes, it's mother, father, teacher, and then God. Thanks.